Hello, people of the world. Today, I have a paid holiday to go in and do paperwork in Nito. Nito's a pretty cool city. It's not super huge, but you can do whatever you basically want there. I figure one city's the same as the next. Once you get to a certain size, it's just that you have more of whatever you can find in any other city. I wanted to talk about, I made a video over the past 3 days that I will put up onto the channel on Saturday, on kind of like early Saturday morning. I'll put it up. Got a little bit of construction here. So like I was saying, I'm going to have a video put up on Saturday that I hope everybody checks out. I put a ton of effort into it and I think you'll all really enjoy it, and it's not what I would usually do on the channel, and it's an homage to my buddy's visit when he came out here. So I hope you really enjoy it. I hope you check it out. I think it'll be a real good time. So I finished writing a book, and I'm currently in a state of finishing the editing on it, and I'm hoping to release it sometime mid-June. It's called Stoneheart. You can see in my Instagram the cover for it. And while writing, I'm always reading, because that's supposed to be something that helps, I hear. I'm reading this book, and it's called A Sense of Style, and there was a chapter that I read recently, and it touched on something I thought was really relevant to the general way that we go through life, and it was called The Curse of Knowledge. So when a writer writes, his goal is usually he has something incredibly, or she has something incredibly clear in his head that they want to convey, they want to share to the audience. And the curse of knowledge is that you know so much that we often assume our audience's same perspective. We think that they know what we know, which couldn't be farther from the truth. And you'll see this in a whole bunch of different styles of writing, be that for fictional, where you have this huge beautiful room that you want to describe but you don't know how to get it out of your head, or conversely in a different situation where you're writing something academic that you become so used to the jargon and the legalese of whatever it is that you're involved with that you don't realize that as opposed to saying what you mean to say, that you say some sort of technical term that confuses the reader, and how this pervades our entire life, that if you're trying to communicate something, you should think first about your perspective being overwhelming and knowing too much as opposed to the person who's trying to learn from you. And then I thought about this generally speaking, kind of a curse of knowledge, because a curse of knowledge in my mind is things that make us assume things, where I think there was a great line in Men in Black where he says, this is Tommy Lee Jones is talking about, until this point in time, we absolutely knew this to be true. And until this period of time, we absolutely knew this to be true. And the point that's being made is that when we have decided on absolutes, it's like setting a limitation for ourselves. And so whenever you think that something is absolutely true, maybe take a step back from that and examine it again. Because absolutes and these kind of self-fulfilling prophecies, is what I call them, are things that can really make us stagnant, something that can really stop us from growing. And so there's something dangerous in knowledge, because as we define our borders, we define what we think is possible. Now, I'm not talking about this is how you tie a shoe, or maybe gravity or something like that, but I'm talking about the things that you think are possible, the things that you think that you can accomplish. and realize that maybe what you've been told your whole life or what you've come to believe your whole life could all be wrong, and maybe it's for the better.